Hey everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video. And the MLM we'll be talking about today is a super unique one that sells essential oils. No, it's not doTERRA. No, it's not Scentsy. It's Young Living. Yes, that super unique one that sells essential oils. The video we will be watching is a team call for Young Living. I like team call videos, you guys like team call videos, and I feel like it's a really good behind the scenes look of what really goes on in MLMs and how they speak to each other, because we see the pretty, wonderful, put together Instagrams, but seeing how the ins and outs of the business works is really in the team calls. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Both of those things really help me out. So with all of that said, let's get started.
Hey, hello friends. Oh, I even see my team on Instagram. I'm doing this two ways. I'm doing it with you guys, and then I open it up to friends on Instagram. Okay, so today, first of all, what are you guys wearing? I want to know. I have on.
Oh, like the oil. Like I was like, I mean, that's nice that she wants to ask them like what they're wearing clothes-wise, but they're not getting paid for that. So don't even mention what, your shirt is, because you're not getting paid for that. That company isn't selling to you, that company isn't paying you.
My trusty. Actually, I switched it up today and I have Stress Away and I have Joy. And it's like the yummiest perfume. Can't talk. So tell me what you're wearing. I want to know. I think there's like one that is, if you're not muted, can you mute yourself just so that the noise, okay, this can be for anyone, but specifically I want to talk about when you're running for rank. Hold on,
She just told everybody to please mute yourselves, and then of course it's so common. Like someone just doesn't notice and they're like, oh, I'm probably muted. You're not muted.
Noise coming again. If you're running for a rank right now, I want to share just a little bit of my own experience in running for ranks, because I've already talked to several of you guys that have been okay. I've already talked to several of you guys that are pushing for rank, and weird things are happening. And
so what does she mean by weird things are happening? People in their business are looking to rank up, which I still think is a silly thing to be the CEO of your own company, but to make more money, you need to, level advance. But okay. And weird things are happening because of that? That doesn't sound good. What is she? I wouldn't. No, thank you.
So I'm here to tell you that when you push for rank, there's going to be weird things happen. So we're just going to talk about it. And so this is my experience. Obviously, you guys know that I love Jesus and I'm a Christian. And so that's coming from that place. But I want to touch on two main points in your run for rank. And I know that there's so many of you guys right now really, really pushing for some incredible ranks right now, and I'm freaking out. Like my whole family knows. We talk about it. We're praying for you guys. We're believing for you guys. We're freaking excited. I think I'm the most excited that I've ever been in my business because of you guys pushing for rank. I'm not pushing for.
I mean, obviously she's going to be excited if the people below her are pushing for rank or pushing to level up, because usually then she can level up because she needs certain people in her downline to hit certain ranks and certain goals. And if they achieve that, then she also succeeds as well. Actually, yeah, no, she definitely succeeds as well.
Rank this month. But there's so many of you guys.
So she said she's not pushing for rank. Is it because there's no way she doesn't want to, or maybe she's capped out because she needs certain people to reach a certain rank so that she can level up? Maybe she's hit her sales goals for the month, but she needs a certain number of people underneath her to do certain things so she can rank up.
And that like fires me up and gets me so excited. And when I had that post where I was like, say what rank you're going for, like, I just love it. I just love it so much. And I'm cheering you guys on and praying for you guys. But I want to talk about these two things. Okay, so number one, as you guys claim a rank, okay, that means you're believing and chasing after freedom, which also means that you're going to face opposition, discouragements, doubts, and your faith and belief will be tested, okay? And I'm not just talking about your faith and belief in Jesus. I'm talking about your faith and belief in doing this thing. If you guys are saying, I'm pushing for this rank, that also means that you're pushing for the women coming beside you for ranks as well. So as you push for freedom, you're also bringing more people towards freedom, which means there's a target on your back, okay?
What? So when you achieve a certain rank, which is freedom, and you need other people to achieve certain rank so that you can achieve that rank, but we'll just call it freedom, you have a target on your back. So people, what? How does that even make sense? When you own your own business and you are, making money and doing the thing, yeah, you have competition and maybe other people will be jealous of that because maybe they aren't achieving what you are. I mean, I guess it always depends on the business, but there'll always be competition no matter what. But what does she mean, a target on your back? Like, you're going from one rank to another. You're having more people in your downline. I mean, I guess, that could be a target. Unless you're stealing other people's customers from underneath them. Then you would definitely have a target on your back. That would not be good.
It's not just you running for rank. It's not just you believing for something. It's you claiming it and saying, I'm doing this, and that means my team's coming with me. I cannot reach ranks without you guys.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. That's probably why she's not going for rank. Because she can't. Because she needs other people to hit ranks so then she can hit rank. But at least she admitted to it. That's always something that I definitely appreciate that they do, is when they admit that I need the people underneath me. I need my downline in order for me to make more money. Weird shape, but okay.
You guys can't reach ranks without your girls, okay? So as you run, you're also grabbing arms with other women and saying, let's do this together. We're going to find freedom together. And that can be freedom in so many different ways, not just finances. Yes, the ranks are freaking amazing. Look at the income disclosure. If you've forgotten what you make with Young Living when you hit different ranks.
Yeah, you know what? Let's look at the income disclosure statement. Okay, so it looks like 89.6% of most people make about $3 in a year. Cool. Then the next rank is 7%, and they make $251 in a year. Awesome. Then we get to 1.9%, and they make, on average, about $1,500 a year. Seems livable. And then we get to executive status, and that is less than 1% of the company, and they make $3,600 a year. And then we get to silver, and that is 0.3% of the company, and they average $16,000 a year. But the lowest person does only make $241. But of course, don't look at that. That's negative. Someone has made $230,000 a year. So that, just look at that. Look at the highest. Look what you could earn. Don't look at what the majority earns, and definitely don't look at the percentage. Look at the positive. Doesn't that make you excited? I love when they tell people to look at the income disclosure statements, because for me, if I saw this, I would be like, so the majority of people don't make money? And it's like, no, those are just people who don't work hard enough. If you work hard enough, you can get to the Royal Crown Diamond and be making $1 million in a year if you work hard enough, even though average way to achieve that rank is 95 months, which is over 5 years. Oh my goodness, that's like 7 years. So 7 years to achieve the $1 million status. Now, the one that I think is livable ish is the $16,000 a year, and that's of course before taxes. But it's something. And average, it takes 38 months, so 3 years to achieve that. And the lowest is someone may then too. Maybe they had a lot of friends and family. Who knows? But it just, I don't know. Looking at the income disclosure statement, every time I pull these up, you guys are always like, look at that. How do you see that and get excited over that? That would scare me away personally.
Look at the income disclosure. If you've forgotten what you make with Young Living when you hit.
If you've forgotten what you make. If you've forgotten, I don't see, looking at that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, like, maybe that's why they tell them to look at it. Like, get distracted of what you could make. Look at what you could make. How about you look at your bank account and you determine how much you've spent in product? You deduct that from how much you've made and see if you are in the positive or negative, and also see if, even if you are in the positive, is it a life-changing amount like they've promised you?
Ranks, go peek at it. Just go remind yourself. I know girls that like even have it as their like screensaver or whatever because they just want it like up in their face. So whatever you got to do, remind yourself of what this is. But it's also
that's a terrible idea, because you're constantly looking at something, and if you don't achieve it, then that's when you start to get yourself down. You're like, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. This is the rank that I'm at. I can't get to the next rank. I want to get to that life-changing money. I can't seem to do it. But if I couldn't look at that. I couldn't, because that's also comparing. And that's another thing of these Instagrams that look so wonderful. And they're like, look, be inspired by these people. But also you're comparing yourself to those people. You're like, why can't I have that? I feel like I'm doing nothing different than that person, but they have a much better life than me. They have what I want. And then you have that jealousy and that envy, and it gets you down. And it's just not a good business structure. It's not a good way to be. You want things, but to just constantly be looking at like what you could have, and they're like, you can have this. They're like dangling it in front of you. You can have this if you just work hard. I don't like it.
So much bigger than just ranks and finances. It's freedom in so many areas. It's time freedom, it's financial freedom, yes, but it's also freedom in just who you are. Like, I fully believe that this business calls you to figure out who you are, who God made you to be.
That's another thing. An MLM is going to tell you who you are. A job should not define you. But that's the thing, with an MLM, your whole life is your job. Like, they want everything to always circle back to the MLM. Like, the MLM has let me done this and changed my life in this way and this way. And it's like, do more than just being your job, and your job is the reason why you can do this and this and this. Like, you are so much more than selling oils.
Really run in those strengths and in those giftings. And the more you understand who God made you to be, the more fun this becomes, because you're not just looking at what is everyone else doing. You're saying, what did God create me to do? And how can I do this really, really well? Okay. So you have a target on your back because you're running for freedom. And if you know, in the Bible, it talks about the enemy is here to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay. So if you're on a mission that is like Christ came to set captives free, he's all about freedom. That is his mission, is setting people free from sin, free from bondage, free from all the things. Okay. So as you run towards freedom, you're on that same mission of setting other people free. Okay. Free people, free people. So if you're finding freedom and you're setting other people free, heck yeah, you're going to have a target on your back. Weird stuff starts happening.
You're setting other people free, and it's going to put a target on your back. If this job, if an MLM is really as life-changing and as wonderful and perfect and amazing, and you are basically Jesus, according to this girl, if it really is all that great, then why do you constantly need to search for people to give them this opportunity? Why aren't people coming to you every day if it's really that great and something that everybody wants? Why do you have to search and try so hard to convince people to join you on this opportunity? If it's that good, just out there, you put it out there, and there you go. Everybody should be saying yes. You shouldn't have to try so hard to convince people if it's really that great.
Okay. I like experience so many weird things in months that I'm pushing for a rank where I'm like, what is happening? Okay. So you're going to think it's strange. You're going to be like, what is happening? I don't have drama on my team. Now I have drama. I don't have people being mean and saying things out online and suddenly everyone's so mean.
You know, you're not really selling this well. Is that to rank up, to do better in your business, there's going to be drama and people are going to be mean to you. That doesn't sound fun.
I don't have whatever. And you're going to have things coming against you that are going to make you doubt your leadership, doubt your calling, doubt your giftings, doubt if you can even do this. All these things are going to start hitting you, okay? I'm just warning you. This is not a Debbie Downer message. There's a point to understand this. You're going to have a target on your back, and then strange things start happening. And then you have to be like, oh, that's right. It's not that strange. I just like have a target on my back because I'm on mission. So
If you are truly doing something good and positive in the world, like if you are going towards making a change, I feel like a real positive change, a lot of people don't have drama and weird things that follow them because they're trying to do that. People who go to, third world countries to help kids, I doubt they have a target on their back and their other people are causing drama because of this. I haven't really heard of that. Maybe they keep it to themselves. Maybe they just don't entertain it and stress about it. Maybe it's something that does happen. But I feel like people who are actually doing things to change the world and not trying to push their friends and family to buy oils and sign up underneath them, people who are doing real good change don't see this weirdness.
all of this to remind you guys to set your mind on the right things, to guard your heart and your mind and your team, because if you're pushing for rank, you're going to face a lot of discouragements and a lot of things that are going to cause you to question, can I even do this? Right? You could be like totally fine. And then suddenly you're like, I'm going for senior star, or I'm going for silver, whatever you're going for. And then you're like, I don't think I can do this. Like, this person's mad at me, or this thing is not functioning the way it's supposed to be, or like I've had weird things happen. All my kids.
So the ranks to actually see some sort of okay income, and that's not even like the top ones, those are, remember, just the like less than 1% of the company, is when you start to see people being competitive and negative around you. So when you're higher up, you see more negativity. I mean, I don't doubt that, but that is a little weird.
All of a sudden get weird.
Oh, well, I mean, I said weird, so yeah, it's weird. She says weird, I say weird. Weird is my word. I say weird a lot. You guys have kind of pointed it out. I think I say weird, cool, and awesome, which I feel like is such a 2000s thing for me to say, but hey, I'm a 2000s kid. Well, I'm a 90s kid, but into the 2000s.
I'm like, why? What is happening? Like, it's not a strange thing. It's just you have a target on your back. So guard your heart and your mind and your team. If you're discouraged, your team's going to hit discouragements too, because the enemy is out to kill, steal, destroy. So if you're being attacked, your team's probably being attacked. They're probably questioning themselves too. Can I do this? Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Nobody cares what I think, or I'm not good at leading, or they have other leaders. Why would they look to me? Or nobody's going to come if I invite them, or whatever. There's all this like nasty talk that happens in our brain because
that's just common self-doubt in a lot of things that people do. And also it's that comparison thing of seeing other people who have made it and you're like, I want to be just like them, But how can I do that when they have this perfect looking life? I could never do something like that. Also, I don't have a bunch of friends and a bunch of family to sell to. What do I do?
It's if your mission, you're like, this is my mission, this is where I'm going, and the enemy can be like, nope, distraction, you suck, you stink, you're nothing, whatever, then you're like, oh no, and suddenly you're off the mission. Okay, so keep your eyes on the prize. When doubt comes, when discouragement comes, you can look back and say, no, but I know that I'm called to this, so I'm going to keep going. I know that I know that I know where I'm going, and that I'm going to take a bajillion women with me. Whoever wants to come, whoever is strong enough and brave enough and willing to fight the fears and the
See, that's manipulative. Like, you will only come with me if you are strong enough, brave enough, what you say, confident enough. This is your calling. You know, you have to come with me. I know what I'm doing, so follow me. Come along with me and follow me as I, go up a certain, reach a certain tippity top. And by the way, collect people and drag them along with you while I work my way up. And a few of you will come with me, but it's only the strong and brave and confident that can make it to where we're going.
post whatever you need to post. If you're going for a rank, put that rank up. Julie's awesome with this. She sent me things that she's posted in her bathroom where she's like, our team is this, right? And she's telling herself, she's writing in her own handwriting, and she's claiming that this is what we are and this is what we're running for. And so even in the discouragements, because you'll face it, you're going to face doubts. You're going to look around and be like, they're so much better. I can't do it. I can't do a video like that. I can't take pictures like that. I don't look like that. My kids don't look like that. My kids are not ever matched. Okay. And I stopped fighting it.
It's like the Instagram families who all match and they look like picturesque. And I'm like, when she said like my kids don't look like that, I'm like, what? Don't judge your children like that. But she means like putting them in matching outfits, which always does look cute. But hey, kids are different and they want to dress differently. And if you don't want to dress them the same, you don't have to. That's adorable also.
We're going to do a family photo. I stopped fighting it. Like, if you want to be in your jammies, I don't care. Just get in the picture. I want the memory, okay? We don't have to all be matched.
There you go. That's real life. That's real.
Because I had many a times where it was like tears coming down because I'm like, I just want to be perfect. And,
no such thing as perfect. I hate when people say that, but it's true. I mean, someone who has the picturesque, perfect family, and then you have the people next to them who, they went to the same field, let's say, with the same photographer, but they have their kids in pajamas, their husbands in, like, surfer shorts and, didn't care, but your family's there, you're making memories, and as long as you have fun and you have pictures to remember that day, that's all that matters. Being picture perfect and whatnot, you only need to impress not necessarily impress yourself, but the pictures are for you. Who cares what social media thinks? You can put them out there and, strangers could be like, oh, cute family. But does it really matter what a stranger thinks of you and your family? No, you'll never meet them. Who cares?
I was fighting the wrong battle. So all that to say, just be yourself, enjoy the ride, enjoy what the Lord is going to do in your life. If Young Living went away today, I'm forever grateful for the years that I've put into this because of what God has done in my personal heart and soul work. That is worth it for me. The sad thing is that most people quit before they get to that point where there's like that restoration and that healing and that like de-junking.
But how long does that take? How long do you need to be in this business to feel that? What if you never feel it? What if you're hoping to feel it, but your bank account is keeping you from that? And no matter how hard you keep working, you're not seeing it. And you can feel it without an MLM. You can have so much better relief and positive healing and working on yourself without an MLM, without financially hurting yourself. It's possible.
Of our souls, because it hurts. It's hard. It doesn't feel good to show all your shiz and then realize I have to either face it or run. I would like to run. It's more comfortable, but I have to face it head on, you know? So set your mind on the right things, put things up on the wall, write scripture out. I mean, that like my whole beginning journey was scriptures all over my house. I had index cards everywhere, in my kitchen, in the bathroom, on my front door, in my bedroom, everywhere.
Really in this team call, there's a picture, like I'm guessing they're just either they are there and they're just listening and they don't want to be on, but they're there as a family all in matching outfits. I just thought that was kind of funny. I looked down, I was like, oh hey, matching outfit family.
But sisterhood has some insecurity.
Another thing about, I'm clearly distracted by the other people in the team call. There's a girl with her dog, and he's just giving her kisses. It's really cute.
You're going to have to like shift and do something more than what you're doing right now. If you're just claiming a rank, I love that you're claiming a rank. Do it. It is music to my ears when I hear girls believing for big things. It is like, it's my favorite. But
because it benefits her. Because again, if they rank up, then she ranks up. That is, and I mean, she said it at the beginning. She needs people for her to rank up, and then she needs people below her who are, or people below the people below her need to rank up so that they can rank up. So then, and also she gets the residual income that they all strive to have, while the people at the bottom are suffering, but we don't need to worry about them. They just aren't working hard enough. Find different people who are willing to work hard enough.
We also have to put work behind what we're doing. So if you're saying, I'm going for senior star this month and I'm freaking nervous, but I'm going for it. I'm going for executive.
What a weird thing that like I can't get over this rank thing, and then to be like, I'm nervous that I'm going to go for this rank. I mean, I guess yes, in a traditional job, if you are looking to, take on more responsibility, and you do get more money usually when you get a promotion, but usually that also is more responsibility, and it's such a big thing to get a promotion at work. Here you're doing it because you just have more people underneath you. In a traditional job, it's because people above you people have seen your hard work, people have seen how dedicated you are to the company, people trust in you, people have seen your work ethic, and they want to promote you, and it's a special thing. Versus here, it's like you're not really showing much. I mean, you're able to get more people underneath you, and I guess that's something, but it's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing as at a traditional job being promoted. Being promoted, I mean, ranking up in an MLM, because you're not really being promoted. The people above you have no say if you rank up or not. And also, you could have that rank 1 month or 1 week or however they do it in the MLM, and you can lose it. You could lose 3 ranks because you're dependent on the people below you. If you do something dumb in your normal job, after you got your promotion and you get fired, that's different. But you more than likely won't lose that after a month, because people below you in your company left. You can't take that. They're not going to take that away from you because people in the company left. But if people in your MLM, in your downline, leave, you could lose rank, and then you lose money.
For silver, I'm going for gold. Okay. You have to do something different than what you're currently doing if you want the rank.
Is that like reach out to 300 people a day instead of 100? Because that's different, and that's bigger. That's a lot. 300 people a day. I guarantee there's probably people that do that. Reach out to 300 people a day because they think I'm just supposed to reach out to people and offering them the opportunity, and 100 people said no, and by midnight I've reached 300, so I'll go to bed until 5, and then I'll start all over again because different time zones, everybody's awake at different times. Whew, wow, that exhausted me just saying that.
Big goals need big actions. And it's for a season. Okay. This is not forever. I know there's girls that are like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this. But they're just thinking like, this is forever. If you recognize this is for a season and then it's over. Okay. If you're having a baby and you're pushing the baby out, you're going to have to push your freaking brains out. Okay. But it's for a season, hopefully a short season. And then you have a baby. But if you don't do that, you're in trouble. Okay. So there is a push season.
You're in trouble? Ugh, that sounds, oh, no. Trouble. That was maybe the wrong word.
You're pushing out a baby, but then you get the reward of a baby. Okay. There's a push season in this business, which is uncomfortable and it's work and you're going to be tired, but it's okay because you're going to have the blessing of a new baby rank. That is so exciting. Okay.
The difference is that you can lose that rank. More than likely, you know, just because you don't do something as a mom. Well, I mean, I guess you could have the baby taken away from you, of course. But just because there aren't like X amount of people helping you with this baby doesn't mean they're going to take the baby away from you.
So with anything like worth having, there is a push season. And it's worth it, and it's hard, and it feels uncomfortable. This business is learning new ways of
sending the same message over and over and over again in the hopes that people will fall for it and join underneath you.
Anywho, I'd go snowboarding, and then the next like several days, I'd be like, I have like new body parts and they all hurt. That's uncomfortable. When you're doing something that you've not done before, or it's been a really long time, there are sore muscles. Even if you just go to the gym and you haven't worked out for a really long time.
Yeah, but it's your mental muscles of like, I have been doing this nonstop, and they say you do it until you hit that point. But it's like, when is that point? When is enough enough? Months? Years? I think for them it's years. It's like, I've been doing this as hard as I can for a year, and I don't really see the promises. I don't really see the money. I don't see this residual income that you guys have been talking about. And it's like, oh, well, you just have to try harder. You just have to work harder. You have to, work on yourself more. And it's like, so it's me. Got it. Thanks.
I'm gonna wait for people to find me, which doesn't happen. Side note, you have to find people. You have to put yourself out there and you have to get uncomfortable. Even if that means you're shaking in your boots, do it anyways, okay? My sweet Monica friend, she will feel nervous and she'll type something up and then she closes her eyes and pushes send, okay? She does not feel comfortable doing the things, but she does the things and it's working for her, okay? So if you want to do something in network marketing,
you shouldn't be in a business where you're so uncomfortable doing the thing you have to do. You shouldn't have to close your eyes and force yourself to hit send in order to be selling this product. If you're uncomfortable doing this and reaching out to strangers because you have to in MLMs to sell the product and to build a business and have a downline. I don't really want to say build a business, but it's like their words get in my head. You have to reach out to strangers in order to have any sort of sales and a downline after you've exhausted your friends and family, and then you're forcing yourself to be uncomfortable. And yes, of course, in new jobs and in, owning your actual own business, yes, you do have to make yourself uncomfortable. You have to put yourself out there, and that's normal. But I feel like you're more motivated to do it when you do actually own your own business and it wasn't a stranger or your sister telling you to buy a kit and now you're a business owner. They're two different things, and I think that's why people have such a hard time in MLMs. I mean, the business structure, yes, but because all you do is need to be on your phone 24/7 reaching out to strangers. That's the job. And hoping so badly that somebody says yes, and that the people that do say yes, that they stay, and then they continue to make a downline so that you eventually keep rising up in the weird shape that we don't know what it is. that's exhausting. And that's why this business structure is just terrible.
You're going to have to get uncomfortable. If you don't want to get uncomfortable, then don't do network marketing. It's probably not the job for you.
At least you say that. That's absolutely true.
But if you want to hit the ranks and make the money, like the ranks say, which is real income, you have to be
Opposed to fake income? Why do they always say it's real income? Like, yes, if you make money, that is an income. It is incoming money. If they act like, I mean, it's funny because the last video I did, where it was like the starter kit and it was like Monopoly money. I was gonna say like it's not like Monopoly money, but it's the people who like act like they make so much money and they really have this life-changing amount when they've maybe have $100 extra, and then they're the ones being like, I can buy myself a coffee and look at this new bag I bought. I've been wanting this for years, and thanks to Young Living I can have this bag. And it's like, you probably could have bought that bag if you sold some of your clothes in your closet, honestly.
uncomfortable, and you have to kind of be willing to be like a fool for your family. I'll do anything for my family. Anything. I got nothing to lose. I got everything to gain. So I will.
You do have things to lose in an MLM, and a lot of people do lose a lot in an MLM.
Whether you believe you can or can't, you're right. So if you're like, I don't know, I'm halfway through the month, I don't think I'm going to get there, then you're not going to get there because you're going to work in that belief of I'm not going to get there. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on incentives for next month. I'm going to wait on that enrollment for next month. I'm going to wait because I'm going to save them up for next month because next month I'm going to go. It's always easy to like push for the next month because it's not this month. So your whole like ego is not on the line anymore because then you're like, well, I've decided that I'm not going to actually go this month. I'm going to go next month. I'm going to go for the end of the year.
And you know what? Since it's their own business, they can do that. If that's what they want to do in their own business, they should be able to without anyone saying anything because it's not your business, right? It has nothing to do with you because it's not your business. But see, it does affect her. If they don't reach rank, it does affect her.
My goal is to be senior star by December. Okay, that is not a strong goal.
Why not? Why not? Why can't they have whatever goal they believe is realistic for themselves?
That is like protecting your ego at all costs, okay? Dream bigger, please. Whatever you're saying, scratch it off.
That's the other thing is like, if that is somebody's goal, if that is what they believe they can achieve and they'd be happy to achieve that by a certain month, why are you going to tell someone to dream bigger? It's because it benefits the ones at the top for the ones below to be in this airy, wondrous mindset.
Pray your buns off. Is that a thing? Can you do that? Pray. Okay. Ask the Lord to bless the work of your hands and then put some work to your hands. Actually do the things. And when you're pushing, you have to do something different than what you're doing. Okay? You have to up your game. You have to talk to more people. You have to host more classes. You have to engage with more people. You have to connect with more people. If you're just saying, I have senior star in Jesus' name, I'm just going to wait. It's halfway through the month. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what my numbers do. They're not going to change. You're going to stay a star. Something has to shift in order for you to hit that rank. Okay, so pray, get your scripture up, guard your heart, your mind, your team, because if you're facing fears and doubts, your team is. Be diligent with what you're thinking, be diligent with how you're working, and then run your brains out. Like grab your girls, do something fun, get excited, shift what you're doing, and then see the fruit of that by hitting a rank. It doesn't just happen though, okay? I love you guys. That is all for tonight. If you have any questions, message me. I love you guys. Goodbye.
Bye, Young Living lady. Oh my goodness. If you noticed at the end there, she said, you have to talk to people, you have to get out there, you have to do the, speak to more people. It's always speak to more and more and more people in order to achieve more status, I guess a higher rank. It's never sell more. And yes, speaking to people does also equate with, equal sales sometimes. I feel like more people are much more willing to buy from people in an MLM than join people. But it seems like they always reach out with an opportunity, or they may reach out and say, like, hey, do you want this product? But they'll always slip in at some point, hey, by the way, I see you like my product. Do you also want to do what I do? Which, in other businesses, like, people who own their own company don't go and sell a product to someone and then say, hey, do you also want to do what I do and be my direct competition? We don't see that very often. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things Young Living in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!